Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Kalwas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker who is going to talk about digital transformation and business analytics. In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, digital transformation and business analytics have become critical elements for organizations looking to gain a competitive edge. As companies strive to adapt to changing customer needs and market trends, leveraging the data driven insights and technological advancement has become increasingly important. So this has led to the integration of digital transformation and business analytics. So in this session, we will explore the importance of digital transformation and business analytics and how they work together to enable organizations to thrive in the digital era. So really very interesting topic, and I'm sure you will learn a lot from this session because we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned because an amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank Kalwas for arranging such enlightenment sessions, for their support and providing us such a wonderful platform. The aim of Kalwas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world-renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen to learn from their experiences, recommendations, and suggestions, which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually, as well as to contribute to the positive way. As our slogan is come, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have an amazing person as guest. She is an associate professor of operations and business analytics in the School of Management, University Sains, Malaysia. She has a strong academic background in the statistic executive program, the and executive program AI implication for business strategy awarded by the MIT. She was a fellow and member of the United Nations System Staff College and Data Po Alliance, New York. She was also research fellow at the City University of Hong Kong, University Tunku Abdul Rahman, UTAR, and AK Shipping. In addition to that, she is a certified HRDF trainer, trees trainer, and the Tableau specialist. She has conducted the trees and Tableau business analytics seminar and workshops for practitioners and researchers from MNCs and SMEs and government agencies. She was involved and has successfully completed research projects in ICT with the Penang state government, mobile learning system using machine learning and cloud with Motorola Solution Malaysia in integration of FMEA and the trees and the data-driven end-to-end process FME improvement with the Senmina SCI system. In addition to that, she has published more than 100 papers in international journals and proceeding, including excellent journals of ISI Q1. She has attended many conferences and held the position of keynote speakers and session chairs. Her research interests are statistical process, quality control, operations management, business analytics, data mining, robust statistic, and trees theory of invention problem solving. Last but not the least, she is a wonderful speaker, author, teacher, researcher, professional, and above everything, a great human being. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Dr. TEH Sin Yin. Welcome to the Carvas platform, and thank you very much for joining us, Prof.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shah. Let me share my screen.
It's a really pleasure to have you, and over to you, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, Prof, it's visible. You and the slides are visible. Please carry on. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thanks to Kawash and also Dr. Shah for inviting me in conducting or sharing this topic on digital transformation and also business analytics. So as introduced by Dr. Shah just now, thanks a lot for the wonderful introductions. So I'm Dr. Teh from School of Management, University Sains, Malaysia. So good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us in this session. Since Dr. Shah already gave the brief introduction about myself, so I will just skip this part. Okay, this is what I'm going to share with you today. So we are going to talk about what is is digital transformation and what are the top 10 digital transformation trends and how to drive the digital transformation after we know these top 10 digital transformation trend as a student or even as a business owner. After that, I will show you a few case or example of real life application on the digital transformation solution. And of course, I will end with an conclusion. So let's look at digital transformation. So what have you understand about digital transformation? So some of you will tell me that it is about big data. It is about technology. It is about digital. Yes, more or less you are correct. So we can see from here, this is the definition about the digital transformation. It is a process. And in this process, we use or we apply digital technologies. So you can see one of the keywords we have here is the digital technology. And why we need this digital technology? Because we want to create the new one or we want to improve or modify the existing one with for the business process and through the cultural to improve the customer experience. All this effort is in order to meet the changing business and also the market requirements. So, if you are a postgraduate research student, now some of the variable or some of the things that you can consider, the elements that you can consider in your research topic or as the variable of your research, which is very popular, you can consider about digital transformation. You can also consider about digital technology. These are some of the keyword or key variable that are very popular in the research topic nowadays. Okay? And now, in this digital transformation, we know that currently we are in the era of digital transformation as well as AI. I believe everyone already know what is AI now. Artificial intelligence. So comparable in significance and impact to the Industry Revolution 4.0. So this is what you always hear, IR 4.0. So IR 4.0, now with the help of machine learning, with the help of artificial intelligence, together with digital transformation, it speed up the Industry Revolution 4.0. And in this, we also see that the business and the industry across the board, they becoming more and more reliant on the digital system and the automation. If you go to the manufacturing floor, nowadays, if you visit the manufacturing floor, it is no longer like 10 or 20 years ago. You will see many operators standing at the operation line, but if you visit the industry operation, the manufacturing floor now, you will see many robots like this. All these robots, they are performing the automated tasks. So this will enable the company or the corporation deliver their service faster than ever before. Why? Because you can imagine, if we hire operator to working in the production line, they cannot work for 24 hours because human will tired. But if you let this robot to work in the production floor, they can work for 24/7, whole day without stop because this is robot. So the automation part will help the company to provide their service faster than ever before. Now, this COVID-19 pandemic, there are good and there are bad about it. One of the good thing about COVID-19 pandemic is it brought technology changes at a breakneck pace. So before pandemic, if I ask you to use WebEx, if I ask you to use Google Meet, or if I ask you to use Zoom, you will tell me that Doctor, I don't know how to operate it. But now, if I say I want to have an online meeting with you, I believe all of you at least know one or two online meeting tools. So this is because during the COVID pandemic, we are forced to use all this technology. That's why COVID-19 it helped to speed up the technology changes. And fourth, put together a list of top 10 digital transformation trends of the COVID era. And this digital transformation trend still applicable now, even we are already in the post-COVID pandemic. Okay, let's look at what are the things that we have. The list can serve as a forward-looking guide to where the technology now have the biggest impact on the business, including the product as well as the services. So let's tell me what are the trend of the digital transformation that you know of. So before I tell you about the top 10 technology, so let's scan this QR code, or you can go to Mentimeter and you use this code 24358813. I repeat, 24358813. So let's scan this and tell me what are the digital transformations that you know of. So let me see our audience response so that I know how much you know about digital transformation. So allow me to go up from here, and I'm going to see your response. I will share your response with you in a short while. Okay. So you can scan this QR code, or you can use the link. Let me copy paste the link in the chat box for you. I'm not sure whether you all can see this in the chat box or not. I will put it there. Okay. Yeah, it may take a little bit of time for you to respond. Let me see. Okay. I still didn't get any response. So you may just scan this QR code using your mobile phone, or you can click the links that I put into the chat box. Let me put it in the YouTube chat box as well. Okay. All right, I see some response here. So we have the reply that telling us that you know about AI, very good. You know about Chat GPT. I think this would be GPT, which is very, very popular now. Very good. And you have mentioned the tools that we use just now for online meeting, MS Team, Zoom. And I'm not sure what is this BB. I'm not familiar with this, but it's okay. AI and Chat GPT. So let's see what I have for you here for the top 10 digital transformation. Okay, so these are the top 10 digital transformation trend. So we start from here with the 5G. So most of us are still using the 4G mobile devices. But now 5G already available in the marketplace. In Malaysia, we have the mobile service provider that provide the 4G services. So let me ask you a question that you can think about it. Comparing 5G with 4G, how how many times faster the 5G speed compared to the 4G speed? How many times faster the 5G speed compared to the 4G speed? So you may think about it. I know you cannot tell me. If you can, you just type in the Facebook chat box. Then I can know about it. Okay. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to put it up so that I can see it. Okay. Yes. So 5G is about 50 times faster than 4G. So for those who are using 5G devices now, I believe you will notice the changes is very significant. When you online using the 5G device, the time for you to search some information is very much faster than you are using the 4G devices. Okay, together with this 5G, we need the Wi-Fi that can support the fast speed internet. So we have this Wi-Fi 6. So Wi-Fi 6, what are the differences between this Wi-Fi 6 compared to our normal typical Wi-Fi? Of course, it is in terms of the speed. You can connect to many devices and the speed of the internet is still very fast. So this is why you need the Wi-Fi 6 modem or the broadband so that you can run your internet in a high speed way. And the third digital transformation trend now is analytic. So you heard about data analytic. It is no longer just descriptive analytic. So previously, before the big data era, most of the time we are only doing the descriptive analytic. However, now we already have the technology, we already have the tools to do the big data analytic. So in the big data analytic, we are more focusing on predictive analytic and also prescriptive analytic. So in the predictive analytic, we are trying to forecast what is going to happen in the future. So this is the power of the analytic. And one of you answered just now, AI. Yes, very good. Correct answer. So give yourself a round of applause. So AI and also machine learning, they are the top 10 digital transformation trend. And they are actually in our daily life now. So as one of you mentioned, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of the AI chatbots. So in layman term, some of you may ask, what is machine learning? I don't know what is machine learning. In layman term, it means that machine learn like a human. So that is the most easier way to understand. So machine trying to learn from human input and then they are trying to give some output. So for AI also, machine trying to learn the human intelligence. So AI, as we know, it is artificial intelligence. So the machine trying to learn about the human intelligence and simulate our human intelligence. Okay. Now, let's go into the fifth digital transformation trend, which is the blockchain. So if you are in finance, then this blockchain is not new to you. Blockchain, it acts as the open digital ledger. So this ledger, it can use by the practitioner. Practitioner can record, they can extract all the transaction. So the benefit of it is your transaction become very transparent. Okay. And the next one will be process automation. So as I have shown you earlier, most of the manufacturing or the industry now, they are moving forward to automation. So you can see that one of the report from Deloitte, they reported that the robotic process automation, or in short, we call it RPA. RPA is predict to reduce 30% of the operating expenses by 2024. So this is from the report of Deloitte. They trying to do some prediction based on the data that they collected. They found out that majority of the industry, they are moving forward to the robotic process automation or the hyper automation, and that will help the industry to save costs. Okay, and next we have this conversational AI. So some of the example of conversational AI which is not new to you, it could be the Amazon Echo, Amazon Alexa, or some of you are using the Timogeny or the Google Home. So those AI speaker or the voice assistant, they are the conversational AI. And it is quite powerful because it assists human in many aspects. So later on, I will share with you one of the application of this conversational AI. Okay, and next we have this always connected PC. So not just the PC, it including your tablet, it including your mobile devices and so on. So nowadays we are no longer off our Wi-Fi or off our computer after we back from work. Some of the office, they will allow their computer to run and connected 24/7. Even if the employee already back to home, they can still connected to their computer in the office. So this is why we need the computer which are able to connect and have longer battery duration. All right. And next, connected device expanded. So long time ago, when we are talking about mobile phone, so the mobile phone is not connected to your laptop, it is not connected to your desktop. But nowadays, your WhatsApp on your mobile phone, it also connected to the WhatsApp in your laptop or in your desktop. So all the devices trying to connect to each other, and it become more and more devices which are connected. And last but not least, everything as a services. This is also known as XaaS. The short form is XaaS. So now, because it is no longer product based, it is more on the service based. So you will see most of the organization or most of the industry, they have subscribed the cloud based subscription. So they eliminate the physical hardware. So they use and they store their data, they store their information in the cloud base. It is no longer in the hardware in the industry. So this can also help to reduce the cost. Okay, so that are the 10 digital transformation trend that we can see here. So some of you may say, Dr. Ted, why I didn't see IoT? IoT is so important. Yes, IoT is one of the digital transformation trend, but it is already there before the COVID pandemic. So now this is the latest top 10 digital transformation trend, and they keep on changing every year. So you may see this year, it could be different from the previous year, and there are many different entities come out with this top 10 digital transformation trend. So if you Google search top 10 digital transformation trend in 2023, you may find different version. Okay. So now, after you have learned about the top 10 digital transformation trend as a student or as an academician, how do you how can you drive the digital transformation? So if you are a student, I would suggest you to reskill or upskill to support the lifelong learning. So for us, like lecturer or the professor, 10 years ago, we may not heard about all these like chat GPT and so on. So now we have to learn, we have to reskill ourselves and pick up the new tools and new technology that we don't have in the previous decade. So you have to make sure that you keep on learning the new knowledge and skill so that you are in time with the new era, and continuously learn or pick up the new tools. So you know that machine learning, you need to learn like programming. So for machine learning, now the most popular one will be the Python programming or the R programming. If we're talking about data visualization, so the top one, people will learn about Power BI or they will learn about Tableau. So these are some of the new tools that you can learn and you can pick up. Okay, and how to learn this? Of course, the conventional way will be you try to find an institute and you register as a master student or register as a PhD student. If you are working adult, of course, you can search some of the online courses and video and join the online courses or video to learn the new technology and tools. Now, you will ask me, Dr. Ted, what are the technology that I can learn? So from the top 10 digital transformations trend that I told you just now, you can see one of the technology you can learn is AI. So if you totally do not know about AI and machine learning, then these are the things that you should consider. As I mentioned earlier, automation is also become important. And RPA from the Deloitte report, you can see that it improved the organization. And if you are working in the area of RPA as a RPA engineer or the RPA data analyst, your salary is also very high. Next, you can learn about edge computing, you can learn about virtual reality and cyber security. One of the top 10 trend that I mentioned just now, the blockchain, if you have the finance background, then blockchain will be very suitable for you to pick up. And of course, IoT. So more and more devices are connected. If you know very well about IoT, it will be value added to your resume. Okay. Now, to learn from the institute, one of the program we have in our university and in the School of Management is the Master of Business Analytics. So we launched this master few years back, and now it become a very high demand courses. We have like about 300 over students now, and we have different countries sending their or sponsor their student attending these courses. Like Egypt, this batch they are sending 98 students sponsor, fully sponsored by Egypt government to join our program. We also have students from China, so we also have students from Indonesia, Malaysia, and the rest of the world. So if you join this program, you have a chance to learn from people from different country and different background. There are also some free online courses. So some of the free online courses like Coursera, DataCamp, Harvard University, some of the free online courses. Intel, they also provide some of the free online courses. MIT, they also provide some free online courses. But of course, if you wish to get their certificate, then you need to pay to attend so that you can get the certificate. If you just want to pick up some of the knowledge and skill, you can join some of the free courses without a single cent. So these Coursera or DataCamp, Harvard, and the Intel free courses, I myself tried it out before. So that's why I'm there to introduce it to you. I'm not represent any entity here. I didn't get any benefit of introducing this, and just sharing my experience. These are some of the useful online courses that I myself tried it before. Okay. Now, after I learned many things, I have also design these online courses with my colleague and also my former student who are now successful worker in the multinational company. Some of them are the manager in the MNC company, and we come together to create this free online open learning course. So this is one of the application of the Power BI, which is the data visualization tools. This is the top data visualization tools in the world that is very popular now. So we have built one application of Power BI in the finance and accounting analytic application. So you can join this course for free. You can scan this QR code to join, or you can copy down this bit.ly/3 TEVXOF to join the course. It is free and you can learn anytime, anywhere on your own pace. So we have launched this program, I think less than half a year. You can see the enrollment now is already 665, and we get very positive response about this. So we are not following the textbook style. We really do some things that you can apply in the real world situation. So I welcome you all to join this course. Okay. Now, let's look at the digital transformation solution. So now you have already know what are the top 10 digital transformation trend. You already know some of the online courses or offline courses that you can join. And I also share with you some of the courses that my team has developed to help you learn the new tools. Now, let's look at how people apply it in the real world situation. So I will give you one example about the connected devices expanded. So one of the top 10 digital transformations that I show you just now, there are many devices that connected and it is expanded now. So in this Alibaba warehouse application, you were able to see all these robots in the manufacturing floor or in the warehouse. They are running and they are connected to each other. So let me play the video, and after that, I will discuss it with you.
Hello everyone, I'm a sorting robot. I know I look cute, but my skills are a lot more impressive. I can identify the information on each of the parcels effectively and sort them out precisely. My friends and I can process as many as 18,000 parcels in an hour.
This is a 1.3 square kilometer transit warehouse. The use of sorting robots improves efficiency, accuracy, and security during the sorting process, and also reduces manual labor costs by an astonishing 70%. This AI logistics model is now revolutionizing the express delivery industry across the country. Between 2012 and 2016, online retail sales in China skyrocketed from 1.3 trillion to 5.2 trillion yuan, making the country the world's largest online retailer. With a flourishing development of online shopping, the express business is also booming. There are now around 8,000 express delivery companies in China and more than 2 million people working in the logistics industry. Last year, more than 31.28 billion parcels were delivered in the country, accounting for 40% of the world's total. Revenue from the express business has reached 400 billion yuan, while the per capita usage in China was approximately 23 deliveries per year. With the recent rise of AI and big data, concept of smart logistics has been put into service. Drones and unmanned vehicles are delivering items faster than ever before as China's logistics sector prepares to enter.
Okay. So you can see from this video, you can observe from this video, this is the Alibaba warehouse. Alibaba is one of the e-commerce giant in the world. So you can see how they handling the material using the robot in their logistic warehouse. So if you listen carefully just now, 70% of the manual work is replacing by all these 200 by all this army of robot in the logistic warehouse. So they also use drone to do the transportation. And especially during the COVID pandemic, we are trying to reduce the human contact. So by using this robot transportation, it also help on the shipping. So all these devices, they are connected so that they are not banged into each other when they are moving around this logistic warehouse. Okay, so some of you may not have the chance to visit this warehouse. So that's why this video will give you an insight. How does it look like in the real world situation? Okay. Now, let me show you another application. So this solution is the conversational AI. So in this case, I will show you an application of this Amazon Echo. Okay, so I will play the video first, then I will discuss it with you.
When it first arrived from Amazon, I didn't know what it was. What is it?
You'll see.
Is it for me?
It's for everyone. It's called Amazon Echo.
How's it going?
I'm just finishing up right now.
Is it on?
Oh, it's always on.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope, it only hears you when you use the wake word we chose. Alexa,
Well, what does it do?
Alexa, what do you do?
I can play music, answer questions, get the news and weather, create to-do lists, and much more.
Awesome. Alexa, play rock music.
Rock music.
Alexa, stop.
We are in time. Alexa, what time is it? The time is 3:27.
You actually don't have to yell at it, okay? It uses far-field technology so it can hear you from anywhere in the room.
So we just hear you anywhere?
Yes. Well, everyone can hear you anyway.
Is that where we're going to put it?
I was thinking of putting it there, but it works anywhere.
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things. All you have to do is ask.
Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
Mount Everest's height is 29,029 feet, 8,848
How
meters.
can it know so much? It's so small.
It updates using the cloud. That's also how it gets its answers.
Just read that off the box, Tom.
Dad really likes that Echo just plugs in, so we never have to charge it. Plus, Echo's really good at keeping track of things like shopping and to-do lists.
Alexa, add wrapping paper to the shopping list.
I put wrapping paper on your shopping list.
Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
1 tablespoon equals 3 teaspoons.
Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Dad's not a morning person, but Echo definitely helps him wake up.
Alexa, alarm off.
You gotta get up.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Thursday, November 13th.
Hello. Alexa, give me my flash news briefing.
Here's your flash briefing.
From NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh.
What did the dog say after a long day of work? Today was rough. Get it?
Yeah,
Another one.
Alexa, tell me another joke.
I wondered why the baseball was getting bigger, and then it hit me.
Sometimes Echo helps out when you least expect it.
Hey, Dad, how do you spell cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe. C-A-N-T. Alexa, how do you spell cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe is spelled C-A-N-T-A-L-O-U-P-E.
Good job.
Echo loves to play music and knows a lot of songs, and they always sound great.
Alexa, play my dance mix.
The playlist dance.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, define annoying.
The term annoying means one, causing irritation or annoyance.
Example, my brother.
And with the companion app, you can access Echo from anywhere. With everything Echo can do, it's really become part of the family.
To experience Echo, go to amazon.com/Echo.
When
Okay,
at first
so let's come back to this. So I'm not helping Amazon to selling their product. So why I give this example is because Alexa is one of the top selling global smart speaker sales. So they are ranking number 1 comparing to the rest like Google Home in number 2 and Baidu in number 3 and Timo Genie in number 4. So that's why I gave this example of Amazon Echo. I'm not trying to sell their product. So from you can see the benefit is this Alexa can use the real-time information. So it can help like reporting the news and also the weather, and it can use for entertainment purposes. And you can see just now the kid also use it for the spelling or for the definitions or for doing the maths, and the mom is using it for the cooking or purchasing the thing for the ingredients, and they also use it as an alarm clock. So you can see how powerful is this conversational AI in our life nowadays. Okay, so this is one of the digital transformations that is moving into our life. And next,
when at first
we have another technology, which is the autonomous driving. So autonomous driving is also based on the IoT. It is also based on the AI technology. So let me play this video for you, and you can see how people apply this BMW autonomous driving car that drive on its own. So of course, now we already have our car with certain amount of automation. But BMW, they have 5 different levels of automation before we move into the real autonomous driving. So let's take a look at this video.
Autonomous driving, a car that drives on its own. What will traffic look like in a few years? When will we see it on the streets, and how is it going to work? We'll show and explain it in this clip. The BMW Group is implementing autonomous driving in their vehicles over 5 levels. With each higher level, the responsibility for driving will shift more and more from the person at the steering wheel to the car itself. Level 1 already started some years ago. Assistance systems support the driver, for instance with active cruise control with stop-and-go function, distance to the vehicle in front, or warnings against collisions with pedestrians. BMW combines these and other groundbreaking innovations under the name BMW Personal Co-Pilot. Today, the second level has been reached with the latest BMW 7 or 5 series, or the X3 for instance. Here, the driver is aided by assistance systems and can remove the hands from the steering wheel for brief periods. In 2021, we expect to see the third level. The driver will sometimes be able to completely turn their attention away from driving, but must be able to step in again on short notice. By 2021, the first pilot fleet should be on the streets and level 4 should be reached. Here, drivers might even be able to sleep. They must, however, still be basically fit to drive in case they have to take over control of the car for specific sections of the journey. It is at the most advanced level of development between 2025 and 2030 that cars will drive autonomously. The driver will become another passenger and won't even have to be able to drive, as the car will assume complete responsibility for the task of driving. So how will this work technically at BMW? The partly automated driving at level 2, stereo cameras and radar sensors monitor the immediate surroundings. Level 3. The highly automated driving requires highly advanced sensors such as laser scanners, video cameras, radar systems, and area maps provided by HERE, which together produce a 360-degree model of the vehicle's environment. This makes it possible to calculate more complex driving maneuvers. And in 2021, your daily commuting might look like this. In Level 4, for the fully automated driving starting in 2021, all sensors and cameras will supply far more precise data. Further real-time data from improved maps by here will also be factored in the process of computing driving maneuvers. And Level 5, autonomous driving, is due to be implemented in cities in the time frame from 2025 to 2030. For the BMW Group, the vision of autonomous driving has long since begun.
Okay, so this is what you can see. So we are no longer just want the process automation. We are moving from the process automation to autonomous driving or the autonomous process. So what you can see from this video is they are using the plateau technology or the flocking technology, which is a method for driving a group of vehicle together. So all these vehicles, they are like the devices that communicate with each other. So they sending the information to the next car, so you know that the distance from next car with you, how close are they, and then whether you should move together or you should move separately and so on. So these are the technology that we have it nowadays, and we are improving from the process automation to the autonomous process. So of course, eventually we hope that manually we don't have to drive it manually, but the car can driving the car on its own. Okay, so this is what we have nowadays. And as a conclusion, from the three example or solutions that I show you just now, it is the real implementations in the real world situations. So as a conclusion, today, if you are a business analyst or even if you are a data scientist, you have a powerful array of all these new digital weapons. And these can help you to strategically deploy to unlock the significant value and to design the customer focused system. So you may ask me, is this just for the business analyst people or is this just for the data scientists? I would say that it is not just for them. You can see as a user, we also applying those technology like the just now the Amazon Echo, you are also applying it in your house. So we all have to learn about this technology. And those companies that recognize this changing landscape, they are willing to invest wisely for this process change. And they are trying to support the digital technology. And I believe eventually they will gain vast benefit from it. Of course, in the short-term duration, you may not see the immediate benefit, but as a long-term investment, you will surely see the changes. Like the video that I show you just now, Alibaba Warehouse, when they invest in this, they can reduce 70% of the manual work replaced by the robot, and it can be worked 24/7. Okay? Now, in this aggressively competitive environment, getting a job is becoming tough. Even if you have your master degree, even if your PhD degree, you can go to the marketplace and apply for a job, and you will find that you still have many competitors with the same level of education. So that's why you need to keep upskilling and continue to learn the new tools that coming up. Like now you have ChatGPT. If you have not tried it yet, please go ahead and try it so that you will surely grab your dream job. And that's all for my sharing today. Thank you for your time and patience. So I think I have a few more minutes for Q&A session.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Thay. It was so great, so nice to hear from you, and wonderful insights you have given about it. And I love the way you started it from the digital transformation definition itself, that to make it clear what we are talking about. Yeah, that was a wonderful thing. And then very nicely you have talked about the 10 digital transformational trends, and you explained very well each of them, from the 5G to the rest of the how things are there, blockchain and all the analytics they are changing, and how it is going to impact us, both perspective, even the student and the organizational perspective, and how can we take advantage out of it. And very nicely you have talked about the different things, that how they are going to revolutionize our lives, daily lives particularly. And your videos were so enriched, followed by your wonderful explanation, that how it is going to take us into the new level of a living standard, and how can we shape our skills that is required for the future job, particularly for the student perspective and from the organizational perspective, that we have to upskill, reskill ourselves, because in order to get the tomorrow's job, we need to equip ourselves with the today's and the tomorrow's skills as well. So, and then very nicely you have concluded it, that how can we do it, what are the way forward, and so many things. And I think within the span of time, 40 to 50 minutes, you have given a wonderful insight regarding the digital transformation. What are the different ways we can equip, what are the things that is happening around, and particularly the role of AI, the IoT and everything. Very insightful session it was, very valuable session it was. Thank you very much for such a wonderful session with us. It was so great to see all the things, the powerful explanation and wonderful content. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Thay. And if you allow me, should we start with the first question, because so many questions are waiting in the queue?
Yeah, sure. I cannot see
Okay.
the question. It's not in the chat box here, right?
Actually, they have emailed us and they have sent us in our chat box. That's why it's visible to us only. So let me just ask the
Oh,
question first. Yeah.
all
So the
right.
first question, thank you very much, Prof. You have talked about the digital transformation and its integration. That is very nice. From student perspective, dear Prof, would you like to mention what are the some common challenges company face when integrating the digital transformation and business analytics, and how can we equip ourselves? Yes, please.
Okay. So for from student perspective, the challenges that they face, right? So I will
Yes.
say they're not trying to step out the first step to learn the technology. So for example, like business and management student, they will say that I'm not the computer science student, I'm not the IT student. Why I need to learn all this technology? So in fact, these tools, like the one that I showed you just now, the Power BI for data visualization, it is just the non-coding tools, meaning you don't need to know programming. It is just drag and drop tools. So you can easily pick up even in a 2 hour lesson, or just now my open learning source is about 5 hours. You can already pick up the end-to-end process, how to implement how to use the software to make some data-driven decision. But the challenges that students face is they always think that software is very difficult to learn. Software is very challenging to learn. So I don't want to try it. So if they can break through that mentalities, then they're willing to learn from time to time, like just I keep on mentioning reskilling and upskilling, then I believe it will add value to their resume. Okay, so that is my
Yes.
response to Shah.
Yeah, that's wonderful answer. Thank you very much for elaborative answer. And there is one another interesting question from the our faculty, and they want to ask that, Prof, please share your opinion. What are the ethical considerations surrounding the use of data and analytics in digital transformation? Yes, please.
From this perspective, many people are concerning about the security part. So, of course, if you are using the industry data, like I work with the manufacturing industry, so I need to take the data from them. But of course, you need to sign the agreements that you will keep all the data in confidential. So you can change. For example, I'm doing research. My PhD student taking the research data from the industry to run the machine learning algorithm. But when you want to present the data, you have to hide some of the information. Instead of telling the actual variable name, you can modify the variable name to some coding. Then people will not know what are the real data behind it. But you still can present the method or the way, and you still can come out with a data-driven decision from that. So that is the thing that we need to be aware about it. Okay? So I hope I
Yeah.
answer the question, Dr. Shah.
Yeah, wonderful. And I'm enjoying the way you are giving answer. It's so insightful and wonderful. There is one another question from the student perspective that, dear Prof, do you think the online storage is confidential and we have the privacy of data because anything can be hacked in the online? So please share your opinion with us. Should we be keeping our research projects and papers online, particularly the cloud? Is it safe environment to store confidential data? Yes, please. Concerned student.
Okay. Yeah, good question. So 10 years ago, if you're talking about save your data in the cloud, then many people will not willing to do it. But if you look around now, almost all my postgraduate students, they are saving their backup their data or keeping their data in the cloud storage. They are no longer bring around the like external hard disk with them or the thumb drive with them. No, all of them just upload their information to the cloud. So of course, you have to make sure that you do your part. For example, like you encrypt it with the password, so not everyone can access to it, even though they can hack into the system, but they don't have the password, they still cannot enter and get your information. So of course, you have to try to protect your own data by doing some effort, like taking extra step to encrypt your data, put the password so that people is not easily access to your data. You can also only set the setting, allow certain people like your supervisor, like your collaborator who can enter to your cloud, and not everyone who able to enter to your cloud. And if you are doing the industry project data, then I will encourage you not to use the free cloud. So try to subscribe some of the cloud that you have to pay for it to store your data, because they will have a better security protection. So these are some of the things that you can take. Okay, some of the steps that you can take. Okay, thank you,
Yes,
Dr. Shah.
wonderful. Yeah, thank you very much for such a wonderful suggestion. And they should be subscribing in order to have more protection and more privacy towards the data. That would be great. I'm really enjoying the way you are giving answer. Wonderful, Dr. Thay. You are a great speaker. And since we have the time limitation, one last question from the student, and they want to ask that, dear Prof, your recommendation and suggestion was so nice, so great. But what is your opinion regarding the third world countries where the education is not that good, so people would lose their jobs when they will not be that much technological and the educationally advanced countries? So how do you see impact of digital transformation on the less educated countries, and what should they be doing? Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I believe that most of the country is supporting their own citizen to transform as well. So you can see just now like those how to say free courses from those top-notch university, they are also helping this underdeveloped country or developing country by providing the free courses. So what you can do is you may go to the nearest learning center to your town, and then try to access to the open learning source which are free, that you don't have to pay for it, because now you can almost learn anywhere and any place at any time with your own pace. So it's no longer how to say a challenges to stop you behind for learning. So you can go to the places that provide free computer or internet services, and then try to register yourself for the free courses. Okay, that is my suggestion. Thank you, Dr. Shah.
Wonderful, Prof. Thank you very much. And really, this is what you have already included in your presentation slides as well. That these are the different institutes which offer the different courses free, and they can switch and they can register and they can learn from them. Really, I enjoyed this session with you. Thank you very much, Dr. Tay. It was so great to hear to your wonderful insights regarding the digital transformation. And since we have the time limitations, so we have to wrap up. Once again, thank you for such a wonderful presentation and a powerful content you share with our audience. And Dr. Tay, at the end of the session, we ask our each guest regarding their message to the world. So your concluding remarks and then your message to the world as a speaker, author, teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, professional, and educator. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Shah. And I would like to take this opportunity to thanks to Kawas as well for inviting me in sharing these sharing sessions. And thanks everyone for joining this session. So as I mentioned earlier, keep learning, upskill and reskill yourself. Don't stop learning. Learning is a long life journey. So let's do it together. Thank you, Dr. Shah.
Yes, wonderful message you have given to the world, Prof. Day. I really loved it. That it means that continuous improvement, and then if you are improved, it means that you will be able to contribute back to the field and society, which is the best thing because what we can do to this planet is the better version of the planet which we have get. So, because that's the responsibility of us that we should be giving the a planet in more better way to the next generation so to take care of it and we have the we should consider the sustainability of the environment and everything. So thank you and what a lovely message you have given to the world, Dr. Tay. I really enjoyed this one. And to the audience that please do follow our distinguished guest speaker through her research work and you can email her for future learning and guidance. She is very generous and always ready to help the people. So that's all we have time for today, and thank you once again, Dr. Tay Sin Yen.
Thank you.
And I would also like to thank our audience who joined us. If you have any additional questions about information shared today, please email us or connect to the speaker directly through her email or social media account. Thank you all for your support and liking our session. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss any session until